Hey everyone, welcome to How Secure is Your Business Really? I'm your host, Noel Alexander, a VCSO with over 25 years of experience in business and cybersecurity. Today, I want to break down something that I think gets overlooked a lot. Just how overwhelmed small and medium-sized businesses feel when it comes to cybersecurity. I mean, every time you flip on the news or honestly just scroll through your feed, you see these stories, right? There's some billion-dollar company that gets hit by ransomware or a hacker group with a weird sort of menacing name. And next thing you know, a whole industry is having a really bad week. And if you're running a smaller business, I totally get why you might look at those headlines and go, if the big guys are getting wiped out, where does that leave us? But let me just clear the air a little bit. First off, the truth is, and this is rough, SMBs, you guys, are actually prime targets. Why? Because attackers know you don't have the monster budgets or the army of security folks in-house. They're not always looking for the biggest safe to crack. They want the easiest door that's left unlocked. And if you're holding on to valuable customer data, intellectual property, or even just acting as a stepping stone to one of your bigger clients, you're right in their crosshairs. But look, before you throw your hands in the air and decide to unplug your office Wi-Fi forever, there's good news here. Cybersecurity doesn't have to be complicated or even expensive to be effective. You don't need to know every acronym or chase every new headline about the latest cyber threat. Most of the time, it's about doing the basics and doing them well. That's what I really want to hit home today. For this episode, and kind of as the foundation for my whole approach, whether you've picked up my book or just catching this for the first time, I'm going to walk through the essentials in everyday language and show how you can adapt what Fortune 500 companies do, but in a way that's not going to destroy your budget or require a PhD in IT. We're talking about things like leadership-driven governance, getting a handle on what digital assets you actually have, protecting sensitive data, smart access controls. Spoiler, multi-factor authentication is way less scary than it sounds. Turning your team into security allies instead of liabilities. Preparing for the when, not if, of an incident. And kind of keeping an eye on all those vendors or third parties your business depends on. There'll be stories, some quick wins, and I'll point out what actually delivers the most value for the least pain. If you're a business owner, a manager, or even just the unofficial tech guru in your office, my goal is that you walk away from today with real, plain language tips that you can apply right away. And hey, most of them, they won't cost you a thing, except maybe a little bit of effort. So don't let cybersecurity feel like this massive, insurmountable mountain. Think of it as a set of small, totally doable steps. Each step you take stacks the odds more in your favor. If you want a complete guide, a simple guide to cybersecurity for small and medium-sized businesses, you can find my book on Amazon, or for a complimentary copy, send an email request with your name, phone number, and company name to noelga@vastmanagementcorp.com. And keep tuning in, because I'll be breaking down each of these big topics in more detail in upcoming episodes. Real strategies you can use, not just theory. All right, that's where we'll hit pause for today. If you're asking yourself, how secure is my business really? That's already the first step. Talk soon.